So I'm not going to be super biased and just tell you who voted on the yes side and tell you all about how much I love Elizabeth Warren and Joe Kennedy. No, I'm going to try to be as fair as I possibly can. And the biggest well-known representative name that I found that was voting on the no side was Governor Charlie Baker. If you didn't know who he is, he has been our governor. He's the 72nd governor here in Massachusetts. So when Governor Baker was asked why is he voting no, he cited that same study by the Health Commission policy that I just did a story on earlier today. So please, I'm begging with you, I'm pleading with you. If you're watching this just as a clip or somewhere else that's not YouTube and it's not part of the Nursing News segment, I'm going to put in the link below the actual story that I did when discussing that actual study, the study that Governor Baker has cited when saying this is the reason I'm voting no. He thinks it's going to cost Massachusetts way too much. I went in depth of how that study is just disproportionate. It's bullshit. The study is bullshit. The numbers they use to make the assumptions on how this bill will affect Massachusetts and the taxpayers is bullshit. So please, please, please go look at that segment, go look at that story, and then we'll move forward. So just right there off the bat, when asked, how are you standing on the issue, on staffing ratios ballot question, he said no because of a bullshit study. And I'm calling it a bullshit study. That's just my personal thing. So go check out the story, look at the study and a link to the segment is going to be down below. So that's why he's voting no, because he thinks it's going to cost too much, which I disagree with, if I didn't make myself clear. So let's look at his history, just like we did for Elizabeth Warren. Let's look at Governor Baker's history. Why is he voting the way he's voting? All right, outside of that immediate study reason, what in his past can tell us a little bit about where his intentions lie when making this specific vote? So let's talk about what he did prior to becoming the governor. Right? That's what was your job? What were you doing prior? We know that Elizabeth Warren was a law professor. We know that she is the reason we have the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. What has Governor Baker done for Massachusetts, done for nurses? What has he done for the people? So prior to being the governor of Massachusetts, Governor Baker spent 10 years as the CEO of Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare. Do I need to say any more? Do I need to say anything else? I mean, this is Harvard Pilgrim. I mean, we're going to talk about who is against this bill, who is going to lose money, and at least in the immediate effect of this bill. These insurers are the number one outside of the actual hospital association, which I talked about, who is funding all of these voting no ads. Outside of the hospital association, these insurers are going to lose money. And why are they going to lose money? Because patients are going to be safer. Because having more nurses leads to safer patient outcomes. That is just a fact. The studies are, it's okay. I'm not going there. I know. I'm sorry. Sticking on the issue. This was his job. He was the CEO of Harvard Pilgrim. So I don't need to say any more, but I will. Many people say that the Governor Baker has saved Harvard Pilgrim. When he worked there, he saved it. They were going under. He came in. He did what he had to do. And I'll tell you what he had to do. He did what he had to do and it turned Harvard Pilgrim around. And today, Harvard Pilgrim is one of the biggest, largest health insurers in Massachusetts, along with the United States of America. So let me tell you how our great Governor Baker saved Harvard Pilgrim. Right? Let me tell you how he did that. He raised premiums during his 10 years there. He raised premiums 150% and tripled his own salary to $1.7 million during his decade at Harvard Pilgrim. This, my friends, is the person who's voting no when it comes to safe staffing ratios. Out of all the representatives I know, yes, there's many more, but this is the most well-known that I found that I wanted to pitch to let you know where he stands. Governor Baker, the former CEO of Harvard Pilgrim, who during his time there raised premiums not for hospitals, not for the insurers, not trying to look out for you, the nurses, not trying to look out for you, the patients, the people of Massachusetts, or the people of the United States. No, he was looking out for his own pocket and for Harvard Pilgrim's financial budget at the end of the year wallet. That's all he cared about that time. So let me ask you guys the simple question is so that is Governor Baker, and that's who he was prior to becoming governor, and and he told you the reason he's voting no. He's saying he's voting no because it costs too much. But did he care about how much it cost when he raised those premiums 150%? Did he care how much insurance was going to cost the average American, the average folk from Massachusetts when he was adding to his own salary? No, he did not give a shit. He didn't care. All he cared about is how much money can I walk out of this place with? How much money can I make my business, which was Harvard Pilgrim. And now he's voting no, citing that it's going to cost too much money. He didn't care about how much it cost for you 10 years ago. He did not give two shits. But now he cares. Now he cares all the world. When his salary is on the line, he does not care at all. When his salary is on the line, he will up your premiums 150 goddamn percent. But now, he's worried about how much it's going to cost the taxpayer. He doesn't give a shit, ladies and gentlemen. He just doesn't give a shit. There's no way in hell you can tell me someone who raised premiums and that was his claim to fame. His claim to fame was saving Harvard Pilgrim, and how he saved Harvard Pilgrim was increasing your premiums 150%. And today he's going to stand here, look you in the eyes, and tell you he cares about how much this is going to cost the taxpayer. He doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't. All he cares about is how much money he can get in his pockets and what he needs to say to get the votes he needs to become governor again. Ladies and gentlemen, on this alone, I would vote against Governor Baker, but I haven't done my research, so I'm not going to go out and say vote for whoever is against Governor Baker, because I don't even know who is. I don't know who is, so I'm not going to be that guy. But I am saying on this alone, just makes me look at him at an entirely different light. Entirely, all right?